Let's continue with GRC in cybersecurity. Today we are going to see info security group in governance, risk, and compliance. What are our goals? CIA, remember? We are going to talk about confidentiality, number one. We will talk about integrity and availability. These are the topics we are going to talk about. And of course, we will talk about the 6 P. The 6 Ps, which are policy, programs, protection, people, project, and so forth. What are the roles of CISO, Chief Information Security Officer, and of course, CIO, Chief Information Officer? These are the things we are going to see now, and I hope at the end of this class you will be able to make a difference between these terms. First of all, our goals. Goal number 1, confidentiality. This is where we keep sensitive information private. Only and only people who are allowed to have access will be the right people to have access to those information. For example, password. A password is personal. You have your customer data. You have to protect data by any means. The company secret must not be exposed to anyone so that hackers cannot have access, of course, right? You have to maintain integrity. What does it mean? It means make sure data is secure and accurate, cannot be changed without permission. This is the integrity part. Is accurate and cannot be modified without any permission. For example, financial records should not be changed by unauthorized users, right? So in your team, you have to have people who can only modify this kind of information, right? Availability. When and how they're going to be available. Ensure systems and data are always accessible when needed. Data and systems are available when needed. You know, when people need information or data or access to the systems, they have to be ready to be used to serve the purpose, right? For example, websites and systems, some internal systems must stay online without outage or downtime. This is what availability is about. All right. Now, we are going to check on the 6 Ps. The 6 Ps, these are the ones we are going to look at right now, which are policy, programs, people, project management, planning, and of course, 6 of them we are going to discuss about these 6 Ps. All right. What are the 6 Ps in GRC? Governance, risk, and compliance. We have policy. Policy are rules that guide how security should be handled in organization. Rules, a set of rules, tells people how to follow along within organization. For example, password rules must be 8 characters, special characters, and so forth. Access control policy. That's another example. What does it mean? You can work using VPN or using only office computers, for example. It could be. Programs. Programs, these are actions and initiatives that are put in place to improve security So, what are the actions are you establishing to ensure that your security is improved when it comes to hackers having access to them? That's programs. These are programs, rules you set up. For example, employee security and training programs. Are you training your people, your employees, your end users? Third, protection. So we have policy, programs, and protection. These are the tools and measures used to secure systems and data. So how your data and systems are secured? What are the tools, measures are you taking to make sure that the system is secured? For example, firewalls, antivirus, or encryption, even encryption. These are the protection you can put in place and make sure your system is well secured. People themselves is another P, the fourth. Employees must understand security and make sure that they follow best practice. You set up the rules, they have the goals and rules, they know they have to follow these rules that are set up by their organization. For example, avoid phishing emails and weak passwords. You will see someone make a password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will see anyone opening any email that comes in. Hey, the bank sent you this kind of amount of money. Open and follow this thing and so forth. These are the kind of things people have to avoid, what I called phishing emails, right? Now, project management. This is how you manage security or projects that are related to security from start to finish. For example, implementation of a new system. Make sure this system or this software is secure. How is implemented? Are you following the implementation of this secure system? Are you sure it's secured or not? This is what project management comes in to ensure that the system that is going to be deployed is secure. Planning. Of course, you plan. You prepare strategies to identify and reduce risk. You identify and reduce risk. This is how you plan. Something happens or you foresee what could happen and you start planning. These are strategies you put into place to make sure you avoid possible issues, possible hackers. For example, risk assessment and instant response planning. Are you going to respond in time? And so forth. What are the key roles? We have CISO and CIO. CISO, Chief Information Security Officer, is responsible for overall security strategy and protecting the organization. This is the person who leads security teams and makes sure risks are properly managed. This is CISO, Chief Information Security Officer. First of all, he has to be responsible for overall system and strategy and make sure the organization is protected. He leads security to ensure all risks are properly managed. This is the guy who takes care of overall security strategy. CIO, Chief Information Officer. This is the guy who is responsible for managing the IT-related systems, all IT-related systems and infrastructure. He makes sure technology supports business goals efficiently. You understand? That means not only the IT infrastructure, but he makes sure these tools are there to be used successfully in order to back up organization goals efficiently, right? This was the goals, 6 P's, and the 2 key laws for GRC. All right, we've seen CIA, confidentiality, integrity, and availability, and we saw the 6 P's, which are people, policy, programs, protection, project management, and planning. And of course, we saw 2 key laws, CISO and CIO, Chief Information Security Officer and Chief Information Officer. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. We can only get better.